We're going to do a brief video on GBPUSD. That's GBPUSD Analysis Today. We've got a daily chart up here of the British pound versus the US dollar, and we've got a 5-day moving average in green, a 20-day moving average in red, and a 200-day moving average in blue. As we take a look at this chart, we can see we've been in a hard bear market starting all the way about September of 21. It's been a really good bear market if you're short this market. If you're long, it's been a disaster. And you can see we had decent respect for the 20-day moving average. Basically, you've got some great respect sideways, great respect sideways. As the price comes across in time, it's moving obviously towards the 200-day moving average, and markets tend to want to keep this gap between the 200-day and price the same, not exactly but roughly, and you can see we've just fallen away from that. Whenever you get this kind of incredible decline away from a 200-day moving average, you're going to get a rally back up, and that's what we're seeing right now. As you can see, the market's gone from its low that it put in back in September at about 1.035 and has rallied back up now to about 1.099. So getting a good rally there. It's totally predictable, and it looks very strong rally. So maybe this is the bottom. We're going to check a daily and a weekly and a monthly chart in a minute and take a look. But this is definitely a very strong bottom. As you'll see, it's different than the other bottoms we've seen through this whole bear market. Got a lot of volatility here on this low day of the 26th of September, and we're getting some follow through. Now keep in mind, a standard rally could come across to about the first week in October and slow down or stop at about the 110 level as it runs into the 20-day moving average. So there wouldn't be anything surprising to see a rally here die out at around the 110, 111 level in a week or two. That definitely would not be surprising. But that doesn't mean we don't come down here, catch some support and rally again up to the 110 level or beyond and get the 20 days moving average below us and then make a challenge back up into here, this 115, 117 range. All of that's possible if this was the bottom. So let's take a look and see if that's going to be a hard bottom for us. Let's go to a weekly chart. As you can see, this weekly chart is just a disaster. This is just a classic currency bear market, and it's just selling off like crazy. This is again a 5-week now moving average, 20-week moving average, and a 200-week moving average. This chart is hard to get more bearish than a chart like this. The currencies trend incredibly well, and as you can see, this one is just completely, plummeting. I'm trying to go back here. I don't see any short-term, and this is a weekly, so we're going back here years. Let me go to monthly and see if we can find some support in this currency. And this is going back to more than 20 years now, and there's no support visible. So we're in not brand new territory, but we're in 25-year-old territory down here with this number here, this 1.035. Not a great thing for technical analysts to try to figure out once you have no support. But in general, this market's oversold, and so I would say if you take a look, you have not seen this all the way back since July 14th. You have not seen a market this oversold where we didn't get a good rally. This was oversold, got a good rally. This was oversold, we got a good rally. So if we use these as proxies for the past, we can probably figure this market's going to rally. Let's take a look from here, probably up to this, probably a little bit further, probably up to the 120 to 1.22 range, 1.21 range, probably up in there somewhere would be a reasonable expectation, just based on what we've seen in the past. But let me take another quick look here real quick. The reality of the situation is I think we could get even a much better rally than that, probably up around in this range, about this 1.25, but you're going to have to do the same thing you did here, and you're talking about a monthly chart here. So that could take you, that could take you almost a year to do that. Let's switch back. It's not really possible to see that on the other charts right at the moment, but I think if this is a bottom here, we could expect to rally back up to 1.25, but you're talking about, realistically, a year if that were to play out on a monthly chart. Not a whole lot of help from a daily perspective. So let's go and see what RBAM says about the British pound versus US dollar to trade it today. So we've had a low here today of 1.076. Let's go down here and see. These are algorithmically generated prices, 1, 2, 5, 10, and 20-day holding periods, and we cover the major forex pairs. Let's see, it says to short here at 1.078 on a 1-day. These are 1, 2, 5, 10, and 20-day entry prices for entertainment purposes only. Short at 1.078. Let's go take a look. 1.078. So it does say to short. It's shorted towards the bottom. Let's take a look on the hourly chart and see if it could have made any money. 1.078. Barely. Just a little bit of money could have been made shorting that last night. These come out usually, officially they come out 7 a.m. Monday through Friday mornings, but we put them out usually before 6 o'clock the night before. You have to check early, but they do come out earlier. And it looks like to me you could have made a few pips, not a ton. Let's see here. Yeah, you could have made a few pips, but you'd have to do it last night. Keep in mind, this is all for first of all, it's all for entertainment purposes only, but the hold on that is one full day, and we're looking at the intraday aspect of it. But you can also see here that we're approaching the 200-day moving average on this on an hourly chart. So intraday, you could expect to get some kind of bounce down off of this. It's been a long time since we approached that on an hourly chart, and probably going to get a bounce down off this at this 110 level here. If it gets here anytime soon, look for some selling to come in right at that point. You can see we have not had it approach that since all the way back on the 14th of September. So that's what we've got for you today. You can get all of our algorithmically generated prices for the currencies and a lot of other things at rbamresearch.com. We cover 190 stocks, the major forex pairs, as I just showed you, BTC crypto, and the most liquid futures contracts, all at rbamresearch.com. There's a link in the description below, all free, no credit card required. Officially, everything's out before 7 a.m. Monday through Friday, but a lot of times they're out earlier, so you just have to check in the evening the night before. Keep in mind, everything you've seen and heard on here is for entertainment purposes only. You can't use our entry prices or analysis for anything other than entertainment. You should always use your own analysis and judgment, and you definitely trade at your own risk. Please subscribe if you like these videos. Hit the like button if you want to do that, and leave us a comment if you have something that you think we should hear. Thank you very much.